Liverpool's Champions League plans have been thrown into unexpected uncertainty after a fresh development emerged behind the scenes at UEFA. With the knockout stages fast approaching and pressure mounting on Arne Slot's squad, a new twist has added to the sense of frustration around the club's European campaign. What appeared routine on the surface has instead sparked serious questions, leaving supporters wondering how this latest setback could impact Liverpool's ambitions on the biggest stage. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Liverpool's season has been defined by small issues and tight margins adding together to create a larger, much more widespread problem. While a draw would have been arguably the most fair result on Sunday, the Reds ended up losing by 1 goal, and a red card for Man City in the second half could have made a massive difference. With 69 minutes played, Mo Salah thought he was through on goal, only to be pulled back by Marc Guehi on the edge of the box. The resultant free kick was correctly awarded, given the contact appeared to cease before Salah entered the penalty area. But the Reds were left frustrated at Guehi only being booked, despite seemingly denying a clear goal-scoring opportunity. This offence should warrant a red card, and after the match, Gravenberch asked for greater consistency when talking about the decision. Have a watch.
We were good in the game, we had a good momentum, the fans were with us, we had the power, and at the end, we conceded the goal, and then some decisions, it's not always in our favour.
You talking about the penalty?
Yeah, as well, also maybe the penalties, what we could get, maybe the one with more. Yeah, it's difficult. I think sometimes they say the Premier League is the best league in the world, but then the rest has to be consistent as well. I don't think it was today.
When you look at your form this season, obviously you've recovered from the disappointing results that you had in the autumn. Do you feel like you can all trust yourselves again, that you have got this platform to play now and to show your best form? Because it seems like every now and then these setbacks still happen for you.
I know. We try to keep pushing every game. Also, like this game, I think the first half we didn't had a good start, but then we went in the dressing room, said to each other, we go out and then give all, and that's what we did. So hopefully we can get that to more to the games what we have had. So
how much concern do you have about qualifying for the Champions League now, do you feel?
Yeah, I think it's how many? 4-point gap? 4,
yeah.
4 points.
To 5th place anyway.
To 5th place. So yeah, we have to start winning games. I'm confident. I'm not. Yeah, it's a difficult position, but I'm not really concerned because I know the quality we have. But we will see. We have to keep pushing still.
Some decision is not always in our favour, the Dutch midfielder told Stan Sport. We could get the one a penalty with Mo. It's difficult. Sometimes they say the Premier League is the best league in the world, but then the refs have to be consistent as well, and I don't think he was today. Arne Slot also believed Guehi should have been sent off, saying, "My main frustration is in the shirt pull of Mo Salah at 0-0. Clear and open, 1v1 to the goalkeeper." This was definitely a case of, if it had been given, it wouldn't have been overturned. Now, Liverpool have been dealt a major setback in their Champions League campaign after being forced to submit an unchanged squad for the knockout stages, despite losing Conor Bradley to a season-ending injury. Ahead of their last 16 clash against one of Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Galatasaray or Club Brugge, the Reds were required to submit an updated squad to UEFA. However, due to strict registration rules, Arne Slot has been left unable to replace Bradley, who remains listed despite being ruled out for the remainder of the season. This decision has nothing to do with tactics or selection preference. Instead, it stems from UEFA's rigid regulations surrounding locally trained players. Rules that have left Liverpool boxed into a corner at a crucial point in the competition. Under UEFA guidelines, clubs are allowed to register a maximum of 25 players on List A, but must include at least 8 locally trained players. Of those 8, a minimum of 4 must be classed as club trained, meaning they spent 3 years at the same club between the ages of 15 and 21. The remainder can be association trained, having developed within the same national FA system during that period. Bradley occupies one of Liverpool's limited club-trained places. Removing him without replacing him with another academy-developed player would force the club to reduce their overall squad size, weakening their options even further. With Liverpool currently possessing only 5 locally trained players, 3 of whom are club trained, losing Bradley's spot would have created a significant imbalance. As a result, the club had little option but to keep him registered, even though he will not play again this season. Calvin Ramsey appeared to be the most logical replacement, but the 22-year-old does not meet UEFA's eligibility criteria. He spent the majority of his development years in Scotland and therefore does not qualify as either club trained or association trained under English FA regulations. Because of this, Ramsey would need to take up one of the limited places reserved for non-locally trained players, slots which are already filled in Liverpool's squad. This same restriction previously forced Slot to omit Federico Chiesa from his original Champions League squad, highlighting how tight Liverpool's registration situation has been throughout the campaign. Although Chiesa was later added following Giovanni Leone's season-ending injury, no such pathway exists for Ramsey in this instance. In theory, Liverpool could have removed another player to create space, with Alexander Isak being the only realistic option due to his long-term injury. However, the club are hopeful that Isak can still return in time to contribute in the latter stages of the tournament. Removing him in favour of emergency defensive cover was viewed as too risky, particularly with Bradley, Leone and Isak already sidelined. UEFA does allow clubs to register additional players through List B, which is reserved for under 21 players who have been at the club for at least 2 years. However, this route offers no immediate solution for Liverpool. Winter signings Noah Adekoya and Mortala Ndiaye do not meet the 2-year requirement, while the same applies to Rion Gumoha, Armin Pexi and Will Wright, despite being age eligible. As a result, Liverpool are left with limited defensive cover as they enter the most demanding phase of the competition. Bradley's absence, combined with UEFA's strict regulations, restricts Slot's tactical flexibility and increases the physical burden on his remaining options at right back. With Champions League qualification for next season potentially depending on a deep European run or even winning the tournament outright, this administrative setback could carry serious sporting consequences. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.